Well, hello. My name is Dr. Eletra Gilchrist. I'm an assistant professor here in the Communication Arts Department at the University of Alabama, Huntsville. I am an Alabama native. In fact, I went to the University of Alabama where I majored in communication arts. I received my bachelor's and my master's degree there. I received my PhD also in communication from the University of Memphis. I teach several courses. Some of the courses that I teach include the Communication Research Methods course. I teach Persuasion, Culture and Communication, Media Writing 1, as well as Advanced Media Writing, Fundamentals of Communication, and also Small Group Communication. All right, so one of the classes I teach is the dreaded Communication Research Methods course. Now, we fully understand that a lot of our communication majors and minors come to us because they are not the best in math. But the first thing I want you to understand is you do not have to be a mathematical whiz. You want to know the most difficult math you will do? It's adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, squaring, and taking the square root. You learned that in probably the 4th or 5th grade. It's sequential, meaning that there are steps to follow, but the main thing is understand the math is very simple. And we let you use your calculators. So there's no need to have a major fear about communication research because, again, when you go into the real world, we have to use the numbers and the qualitative together. And all that we want you to get from the class is to have a well-rounded knowledge base. So if you were to pick up a journal or pick up a textbook and they say the mean is this, the standard deviation is that, you will at least know what they're talking about. So no need to fear. It's fun. So I research a combination of cultural studies and instructional communication and interpersonal communication. I'm very happy about my premier textbook. It is called The Experiences of Single African American Women Professors with this PhD Ivy Wed. It is sponsored by Lexington Books, which is a very wonderful, in my opinion, academic publisher, and it came out towards the end of 2011. And basically this book features different chapters. It is an edited text in which women representing the said demographic, meaning you're single, you've never been married, you're a professor, you have a terminal PhD, we give our perspective from a research orientation, meaning there are tons of theories you're going to encounter in here, tons of anecdotal information. We call it a lot of autoethnography. And basically, we wanted to tell our story because our story has been told from the popular media over and over, but it's never been told from our perspective in a theoretical way. So that's one of the great things that I recently wrapped up. I also work a lot on just different studies dealing with race and culture in terms of how does communication and culture come together to fully understand, in particular, the African American perspective and how that may or may not be different than, say, mainstream perspective. I love interpersonal communication research, dealing with that dyadic relationship. So, for example, teacher-student. How can we better relate to our students? How can our students better relate to us? So those are just some of the things I have working in terms of my research. So if you're going to take my class, a couple of things I would say at the onset. Number one, come to class with a positive attitude. We love positive people. We want you to come and be interactive. This is not the type of class in which you would just show up and take a test. I mean, there are other classes you can do that. I love participative learning, meaning we talk, we discuss, we ask questions, we engage. It's a community of learning. I want to learn from you as much as you learn from me. Also, guys, you got to be prepared. You must read. You do need to buy the textbook. I supplement the textbook a whole lot because my philosophy is all you need to do is buy a textbook and get it. There's no need for me to be here. So do come to class knowing that it's going to be some additional information than what is in my required assigned chapter for that particular day. Also, I would say come and be prepared to work in groups. I mean, it is a communication course, and what we do is to prepare you for the real world, and the real world is you're going to work with other people on the job, people in the community, so you're going to get a good springboard in that direction from our classes.